Hello, 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 hello. Hi, D-Man 9FP. Hi, Baragon. I think Carrie was here, but she probably left. Maybe. I don't know. Hello. I didn't know you were there. It is an extremely pretty moth. I heard that there is going to be a Five Nights at Freddy's Part 2. Well, I had to go to the one you resent because the other one didn't open. I only sent. I only sent one. Didn't I? I don't like this because no. My light went out. I only sent one. I don't know how you got three. Hi, Knave. It is not Knave. Why do I keep saying that? We are talking about the Rosy Maple Moth. And oh, I went into the wrong thing. Oh no! Gosh darn it. One second while I. There is the scientific name. Why does it look so dark? I don't really have anything other than to say, for those of you who were not, hi Isabella, hi Brianna, Brianna, how can I call your friend Eric? I didn't know that. I am not calling some total stranger. No, no, I'm not calling your friend Eric. Hi, Izzy. Well, Brianna called his mom. I don't know what to tell you. Not my job. Okay. So let's get into this. This moth was first described by Western science in 1793. The species has a woolly body with pink and yellow wings, but that color can vary from cream or white to pink and yellow. What's up, Nav? What's up, Nav? Watch the language, bud. We will get to that, D-Man 9FP, I promise. Why can't he say bro? Do not spam my channel with emojis. Their name hints at what the species caterpillar actually feeds on. Okay, I'll say the N-word. Nantucket. There, I said the N-word. Nantucket. Their name hints at what the species caterpillars feed on. If I see any more emojis, you're going to get a 5-minute out. The adults do not feed at all. They especially like red maple, silver maples, and sugar maples. She may also lay her eggs on oak trees. But typically, they're going to be feeding on maple trees. The adults do not eat at all. Yes, they do. Males find the females using their antenna. They're going to pick up the female's pheromones, and that's going to lead the males to the females. Females will mate with more than one male, but at different times. They will, once mated, she will lay 10 to 14 eggs. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. Way wrong. Once mated, the female will lay 10 to 40 eggs underneath the leaves. In the end, she may lay anywhere from 150 to 200 eggs. The larva will feed on the underside of the leaves, probably to keep them hidden from birds. Are you guys still there? Apparently, I'm having connection issues. Hopefully, it doesn't happen again. Caterpillars will be about 2 inches when they mature, and they will feed in groups, at least at first. And then they will sort of spread out. They will spend 1 month in their caterpillar stage, at which time they will drop to the ground and pupate. Once mated, of course, they lay the eggs. Eggs are laid in July. And by the way, this moth is a silk moth. And it is the smallest of the silk moths. Males top off at 4.4 centimeters or around 1.7 inches. Females are larger than the males, reaching 5 centimeters or 2 inches in length. You're going to find these guys and gals across the eastern United States and the northern United States. You will also find them in southern Canada, and they can be found along the Atlantic coast down to Florida, west to Texas, and then up to Minnesota. And the adults live about 2 to 9 months, all depending upon, I guess, where they live. And that is all I have on that animal. I think I'm okay. We are talking about the road. We were talking about the road. It's frozen because I lost connection. And it's probably not going to be any better. It's probably because I keep getting dropped. Unfortunately, until I can afford a new phone, the quality is better on here than it would be on my Chromebook. We had one. It was cooler the past couple days. We were actually in the 50s. It was warmer today. Yeah, all I know is on colder nights, I am excited for Halloween. Always. All I know is when the nights get cooler, it's blanket time, and I live for it. That is true. Me too. Oh, yeah, you guys did. I remember Milton. Milton was not the best for you guys. Now you can't see my face because of that light. Hi, Dakota. Yeah, not everybody. I'm here. What do I have in store for Halloween? I do remember you. Am I doing anything special for Halloween? I usually do something special for Halloween, but I don't think we're October 31st. We're only doing black-faced honey creeper. We're doing extinct animals um on those 2 days. Oh, well, he might pop up. Maybe. You never know. The only problem is I usually get stuck doing the passing out of candy. No, because I've done cryptids every single um I've done cryptids before, and after a while he's not. The closest you guys are gonna get to anything creepy is if I get to 50 subscribers before Halloween on the Spooky channel. I've done cryptids before for Halloween for lives, and it didn't, I don't know. I can tell you this much. I really believe that somebody misidentified a bird, believe it or not, and thought they saw Mothman. Because birds reflect. If you shine a light into a bird's eye at night, it's red. And so that's probably what people were seeing when they saw Mothman. I will never make fun of somebody because they believe in something. That's nope. I have my theories on some things, and some things I'm like, nope. Not even going to go there because nope. I have a subscriber who doesn't come in anymore, who says he saw Bigfoot. And maybe, you know, here is my thing. Okay? When it comes to somebody's religious beliefs or their spiritual beliefs, who am I to say that there isn't something to it? I don't know. I agree, D-Man 9FP. But I we don't know how diverse that population is. We really don't. If Bigfoot is indeed real, we don't have enough evidence to suggest that he is. But I can tell you that there are stories. Right. Low quality images. Um best guess is that there was an animal that lived in Europe, or not Europe, sorry, in Asia. You know what? Um, I'm not going to make fun of anybody that believes in them. The science end of it is sketchy. Um, at best. But um there was a time in there there was a time in our history when okapi, maybe not okapi, but gorillas at one time were considered a cryptid. Um, there was a large ape that lived in Asia called Gigantopithecus. Right, exactly. So um, there have been animals who were like, this is not real, this is not real, and then out of the blue, something will turn up. I am not saying that Bigfoot is real. What I do know is people are seeing something. Now, maybe that something is a bear. Um, maybe they were sick. Maybe they were on, I don't know. I'm not going to go there. But the point is, no, did not. Um, I mean, there's so many things out there that so many cryptids that some of them I just go like, nope. Like I can't say it. Chupacabra? No, I don't believe it. Um, but then there's things that not rabid, no. Mange. Yeah, mangy coyotes for the most part. I I believe that there is life out there. And I'm not talking bacteria. However, I don't know that they have come to Earth. I don't know that. I don't believe in the grays, the bug-eyed um creatures. I believe that if there is intelligent life out there, it is probably very much like us. That is my belief. Now, the pyramids in Egypt are amazing. Um, but I tell you what, I'm I do not believe that that an alien race helped build the pyramids. I don't believe it. What I do believe is that they had technology that we don't know about. Um, I also know that Egypt was wetter at one time. And a lot of those blocks were on boats. I I believe that it was built on the backs of people. But even in the rainforest though, even in the rainforest, there's so many things yet to be found. And to me, eventually, we will know how they built the pyramids. I believe, Ross Lynch, that I don't believe in the Pharaoh's curse, no. If you're talking King Tut, no. I do believe that I do believe that there are I do believe that there are I do believe that there is darkness and that it can emulate um the light. You know, we don't know what the cure is going to be. Maybe it is. Here's the thing, you can't walk into a building or a tomb that has been sealed up for centuries and expect there not to be something there. If you're putting fruits or organs into that building, or moisture gets in, moisture breeds microorganisms. And if a person is already sick, it is highly possible that they might have contracted something. There might be it might have been mosquitoes in camp. I'm not going out of my way to talk about things I don't understand, so the stories that I tell on my spooky channel are stories. Made up stories. I also believe, or I have a friend that believes that talking about some stuff stirs it up. I will get you the link for it here in a second. Am I frozen? Why do people call me when I'm live? So I'm trying to be as careful as I can with some of this stuff because my beliefs. Hold on, guys. Superstitions are just that. They're superstitions. Who? Oh. Um, I didn't know there was one. Thank you for the shift and conversation. I'm okay with that. I didn't know there was gonna be. Well, I knew there was gonna be another movie. I wish they would have. It's okay. It's okay. Um, I wish they would have like done other stuff. How soon into the MonsterVerse did we get Ghidra? Yeah, boundaries can be funny. I look at it this way. Um I know that there is opposition in all things. And if there's light, then there has to be dark. So I will leave it at that. Ooh, Shin Godzilla. That is a scary being. Super scary, but excited at the same time. I don't know how I feel about, Japan should make Godzilla, not the US. Although I think the legacy movies, when I think Godzilla, I think Toho. Definitely love some of the newer Gamma movies. Would love to see an updated Godzilla versus Hedorah. That would be amazing. Just because Hedorah is one of those creatures that is just, or a whole new different monster. Okay, guys, I hate to do this. I know we've only been live for a little bit, but I need to eat. Let me see. Godzilla vs. Kong Supernova 2027. A sequel to Godzilla Minus One is expected in 2026. It is supposed to, the Godzilla versus Kong Supernova is supposed to be released March 26, 2027. No, not really. Yeah, it did. Next year is going to go by even faster, I think. That's the front. Is that one of the apes, or is that the the ice Godzilla thingy? I haven't seen the last one. The last movie I saw was the one with Ghidorah. just like anyway, guys, I need to go. I'm sorry for ending it, but I need to go. My dinner is done and my sister-in-law is waiting on me, so I need to go down there and see what's going on. I will talk to you guys later. Thank you for coming. Wish it was the full hour. But I do need to go. I will see you guys Tuesday. Bye, everybody.